Right. Hello, hello, hello. I think we are live. If you can hear me, do let me know. I'm just going to double check that we are actually live and obviously that you can hear me. So let me just check this a second. I'm just going to log into my YouTube. I'll see if we're live. Guys, if you've got questions, do drop it down below. Obviously, I'm really interested to help you guys out on this fast track FBA. Yeah, I'm really happy to help you out on this, and this is like helping you in your Amazon business. I know last week we had a lot of problems in regards to like just sound, etc., etc. So what I want to do is just make sure. See, today I'm in a nice quiet room. Should be getting some good audio, and obviously helping out. So today is really about helping you in your Amazon business. Obviously, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask me. And if you kind of like, I'll give you an update on where we are with my business, but I think for you is just kind of seeing how you're getting on, or what I can help you with. So first things first, before I do ask or jump into like my kind of stuff, and also you've got questions, drop it down below. Is if we've launched, or should we say we're launching a new admin course, which is our all administration for Amazon admin, everything that we do in my business. Right now we're after beta testers, so do have a look at the link down below, fasttrackfba.com, admin-course. That's what we're after. Check that out. That's going to be something that we're after, looking for people to sign up for that, to test that out. So we're going to do a big discount on it, and if it's something you're interested in, do let me know. So let me just kind of jump through. I noticed some things coming on. Let me just see the comments. See, interesting. I can see it kind of coming up here, but I can't see it on this side. Oh my God, why am I not getting comments come through on this StreamYard? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to kind of see here. I don't know if it's actually my computer. So I'm on my iPad. My iPad, for some reason, isn't showing the comments as they come up. Let me just check, because I can see people commenting right now. I think Ross P mentioned something. Let me just, I might have to change over to my actual PC. Give me 2 seconds. Create broadcast, enter studio. Right, I just want to kind of go through and see, because I think you're actually commenting, but I can't see it on this computer. So yeah, my God, they're coming through. Sorry. Oh, no, they just come through. My God, I'm not sure what's happening. They're just coming through, which we'll see. Okay, cool. So we got Ross P. Hi, mate. Hey, Ross. Honestly, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Sorry about the technical issue there. John has just said, if I have 500 to start with, what's your best advice? Great question, John. Thank you for joining. So if I put it this way, if I'm going to be really clear, so haven't got much money, it's going to take you a lot of time. Time's a big thing. So what do I recommend? I'd probably recommend do all the tools. First of all, like SaaS, Buybot Pro, FBA Multi-Tool, do the free trials. You're saving money, because really you want to spend as little money as possible. Do the free trials. And I probably I like SaaS, but for you, it's up to you what you want to use. I would do just the calculator tool. I think that's worth it, because that's going to speed up your time. I would probably not buy anything else until your products have actually arrived in Amazon. So you're going to ship it to your house, then you're going to buy, you're going to try, you're spending like preferably nothing of that 500 on tools using the free trials. After that, then use like the 15, use the, I think SaaS is quite good. It's £15 per month. Then what I would say is use, what do we call it? Then you want to ship the stock to your house. Preferably use free boxes, etc., reuse boxes, ship them into Amazon. And once they go live on Amazon, you probably want to reprice manually. I'd probably recommend doing RA initially, if that makes sense, because even SaaS has like a tool that you can use on your calculator. If not, you're doing OA. Go for like 70% ROI. I know it's hard, but you need to maximize that ROI. Don't do the low volume game. Like, don't worry about anyone else. 70, maybe 100% ROI items. I'd go super slow selling, like 100,000 sales rank and above. Why? Because it doesn't matter if you're only buying one of them and you get 100% ROI. That's what's mattered. Like, you don't need to go sub 100,000. And then I'd manually reprice, getting them selling. And then what I would also do is look at doing. After, let's say, for example, once you start selling, get a seller board. not Seller Toolkit, I use Seller Toolkit, but use Seller Board as well. If you want to get the affiliate links to these, fasttrackfba.com/tools. We have like extended trials, and do that. Check that out, fasttrackfba.com/tools, TOOLS. Seller Board, you get a 2-month free trial of my affiliate link. It will give you the P&L per product, and also as well, it'll help you get free reviews. How to get reviews. It will really support you getting seller reviews. So I also, there's a YouTube video we've done of that. And then finally, once that's run out, you can keep using it if you want, or try Seller Toolkit as a 14-day free trial. But really what you're looking to do is, if it was me in your situation, spend as little money on software or tools, invest every single dollar or pound of that into stock, and I'd probably be going for over 100,000 sales rank, slower selling items, low competition, but very high ROI. If you can get 100% ROI products, fine, that's it. And I would keep your shipments, so like maybe try and like ship once every 2 weeks. Don't try and keep shipping. I know everyone's talking about it, but your limiting factor is money. And if you're just shipping items into Amazon as quickly as possible, you're going to run out of cash. You really want to consolidate it. So if it takes a bit longer, that's fine. What you're really looking at is trying to maximize, trying to convert as much as that £500 into profit again, hence the high ROI. That's the priority. Keep your costs super low. Do that for 6 months. You know, Gavin Sweeney interview you did with him, he was like shopping, running around with shopping bags. Honestly, it's worth it. You just want to turn that into ROI. So great question. John, let me know if that's been helpful down below. If I didn't think maybe you didn't understand, but there's quite a lot of videos that I've done which will help out with that as well. Ross P, thinking about booking a 30-minute consulting call with Fast Track FBA, is there a call with someone from your team? It won't be with me, it'll be with my team. It'll be, I'm guessing you're talking about getting a VA. You'll be with my team. They answer all the questions. So just frees me up. So I can do things like this. So yeah, book it in. I think you'll like it. They're really good. The 2 girls who look after it. And if you need to have further conversations with other people where you got questions they can't answer, generally like it never happens. But they can obviously liaise that. So yeah, check that out. And I think that will really help you out and be supportive for you in what you're trying to achieve. And the team are really good. Like if there's any problems, let me know. But the team feedback questions. So yeah, book in. It's about VAs. Like, will a VA help you? But they have really good questions to help you. Ross, let me know if that helps you out down below. Major. I've tried to join the Facebook group, but request rejected every time. Please allow me in a Facebook group. Hi, Major. I'm not sure why. We have some criteria that we do restrict on Facebook group. I'm not going to go into them because we don't want like people to try and circumvent them. But we do that for the reason of what we've learned and what we've seen who are best practice in other Facebook groups. The only thing I could probably say is just be mindful that the people in the Facebook group are a priority, are the people who are using. So try, maybe it might be some things, but like unfortunately I'm not going to go through the criteria, but we do that for a reason because we've learned from obviously bad experiences. So unfortunately sometimes it might reject some people, and I'm sorry for that, but please understand we try and make it a good community as opposed to just letting everyone in and causing lots of problems, and that is for the other people as well. So just be aware there are lots of other Facebook groups. You can check them out. They obviously can help out, so I'm sorry about that, but I hope you understand why. Josh, so slightly off topic from OA, with your fast track VAs, are they trained purely on OA, or do they ever work in wholesale accounts, myself having access to wholesalers? So they only train in OA, but we do have a lot of wholesalers who buy the VAs from us and then use them for wholesale. And the very fundamental reason is for the case that regardless of what they're doing, first things first, what you're looking for is a very good VA who's going to help you out in regards to helping you, should we say, grow your business. And you don't just want like a contractor. You want someone who's actually like they're a good person. They have a good history. They're going to stay with you for like years, and they work hard, and the money's right, etc., etc. So that's something really, really important. Now we're really good at finding those people, and then second, we're good at training them. Also, as well, if you think about kind of like OA and wholesale. Finding suppliers for wholesale and OA is different, but the deal analysis section is pretty much the same. Looking at the keeper charts, working out the profit and loss, doing hazmat checking, all those kind of things are exactly the same. So while the training does have some elements of it which aren't applicable to wholesale, a lot of wholesalers have come to us, bought the VAs. We've just hired over 500 VAs now since we started, and then in addition to that is to say that the seller will then just do the additional training for the wholesale element, which takes like a day or two. That's it. So the other alternative is obviously doing it yourself, but a lot of time you're just hiring. We're really good at hiring good people. So I hope that makes sense. So we do have it, but we don't train in wholesale. So Josh, let me know if that answers your question down below. Major, I'm able to get a good profit, 20% VAT. Can you tell me how to get it reduced to 7.5? It doesn't really work like that. You're talking about what's known as the simplified VAT. It doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work the way you think it is. You need to speak to an accountant. Like, I know what you're saying. You can't just have it reduced. It doesn't work. Like, how the actual accounting works, yes, the headline rate is 7.5, but you don't get to reclaim any VAT on the cost of goods. So it works out the same. Like, yeah, speak to an accountant. And also, if you're unable to get good profit, 20%, you just got to keep trying. I hate to say it, you got to keep trying. Ross P, do you have any good deal sheets in the UK? So we don't do deal sheets, we do a lead service, and we do something quite unique that no one else really does, in the fact that what happens is all my sources are finding deals. We put them onto our web portal, and then what happens is you can come in, buy tokens, you can review every deal that we found, and then you get to pick and choose the ones you want. So we're not giving deals to you, you get to choose the ones you want. So we do hide some information like the brand, the supplier URL, the supplier and the Amazon ASIN, but we show you everything else, and you can work out the profit, the ROI, you can see the keeper charts, and then when you're ready, you click unlock with the tokens, and then obviously buy them and buy them from supplier and resell on Amazon for a profit. It's really good. Like, it's very unique, it's very different. It is a different way to get your head around, and we are working on it. There's a lot of software dev going on at the moment in the background, but there'll be some big improvements over the next couple of months in that. So just keep an eye out. But Fast Track FBA/lead, you'll see that will get you to the right pages. John said, perfect, thank you, John. Glad I could help. Cool. Please, Major said, please share a few distributing agencies. Major, I'm not going to share any of the wholesalers we use. Also, as well, if someone else shares wholesalers with you, take it with a pinch of salt, because if they're sharing it with you, who else are they sharing it with? And you know what, you're going to increase the competition, and competition in our game is a bad thing. So just be very, very mindful of that. Let's jump through. So John, no, that does make total sense. Absolutely fantastic. John, do have a look at just two things. I think I wrote, there's a YouTube video I wrote, like how to get started for £500. I think it's that. That's a really good one. It kind of breaks down what I said in a bit more detail. Number two, look at the seller board, how to get reviews for new sellers. That's another video I recommend I've created. And then the final one is, no, I think that's probably about it. Maybe look at Sean Gilbert's. He's done a really good. He started with 500. He kept reinvesting, but like even Gavin Sweeney interviews I've done with them, they're really good. Like these guys know what they're doing, and they started with very, very low values, and they've just churned it. You know, Gavin now is doing over 600K in his 18 months down the line. Really good. So really impressed with him, and Sean's obviously smashing it as well. Let's jump through. Jaro, thanks for putting in the time, Thomas. Cool, no problem. Glad I can help. Let me know if you've got questions down below. Major says thanks. Cool, no problem. Major, glad I can help. Ross P, cheers, mate. Yeah, I'm looking for a VA in the future. I will book in a call. Are the VAs fully trained, and also will it be your company who interviews the VA? Yeah, so let's just be crystal clear. Do book in the call, fasttrackfba.com/VA. You'll get to a page and you can book in a call with my team to discuss whether a virtual assistant is going to be right for you. So if you've got any questions, you can do it. But at a very fundamental level, what are we doing? We are saying we will find, hire, and train a VA for you, and then support them in your company for 12 weeks. And the two things we probably do, or three things we do really, really well. Number one, we find great people. We're really good at that. We've hired over 500 VAs for 260 clients. Do the math, most clients come back for a second VA. Why? Because it works. Now, number two is the fact that not only do we train them the same standard that, you know, I use this myself in my own business, but also as well, we support the VA in your business for 12 weeks. Any problems, drop us a message and my team will just jump on. They're literally like, right, what's the problem? Cool, we're going to jump on, we're going to investigate, we're going to try and see if we agree with the problem. If not, we'll fix it, etc. And then my team's aftercare support team don't let go until that problem has been resolved. It's until you're like, yeah, I'm happy now. And then in addition to that, so that's the second one. And the third one is also as well, we do a weekly support call with my team, which is in regards to helping you as a manager being a great leader. Now, it doesn't matter how good your VAs are. If you're not a good, effective leader, that's going to have a real impact upon their output, their morale, their longevity, and how long they last in your business. And, you know, we'll share all the top tips and tricks that we're doing. And not only that, like, the whole session is structured in what's your problem, how can we help? Tell me specifically what your problem is, and then we'll support you. So the goal is to really understand what your problem is and then give you very like clear, actionable step-by-step advice to help you grow your business and support your, to help grow your business through managing VAs more effectively. That's the goal. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think it was really good, and it is my company who does all of it, everything, like all interaction, fast track FBA. So yeah, it's honestly 500 VAs. We've done 100 waves now. Like I like to think we're doing a good job. So Ross, let me know if that's answered your question down below. Jump on to Sonia. Sonia, hi Tom. Do you use the Amazon currency converter for USA payments? What are the benefits of the program to use a USA bank account? Okay, cool. So really good question. No, we don't. You really don't want to. Really don't. Amazon have got better, but you don't want to. Long story short is Amazon will pay out your payments. They'll pay out the payments in the currency of the receiving bank account where it's located. So let's just be crystal clear. When you have what's an IBNA, international banking account number, and that will normally start with like 2 letters. So it'll be like a GB for Great Britain. I don't know what the US one is. It could be like US, for example. Now, whatever those first 2 letters are, it will be the currency of that country. So GB also being Great British pounds. So even if I have an account in dollars and I'm cashing it out from Amazon in dollars to that account, because it starts with GB, they'll pay out in Great British pounds. And then what will happen is your bank account will convert from Great British pounds to dollars. So it's like, so it'll be like double converted. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you do it. So long story short, we don't use Amazon. We use Wise, or used to be TransferWise. And the reason why I know this is because we tried to use Revolut to do it, because Revolut have good exchange rates for business. But unfortunately, all Revolut's bank accounts start with GB because they're located in GB, whereas Wise actually give you a bank account and address located in New York, or I think it's like Belgium for the EU one, so we use that. So but long story short, if you really want to know, also as well, my US business account is actually to a US bank account. So we don't use Wise, we do it directly to the bank account, but it is a US registered business and a US registered account. Hope that makes sense. I don't know if is my screen cutting out? Let me know if it is. I'm just gonna, like, if I cut out, let me 2 seconds. I just want to check. Guys, can you still see me okay? I'm just watching myself on another screen and it seems to be playing up. So I'm trying to get a feel for it. Can I refresh? Are we in? Yeah, I am in. Yeah, it's cool. That's fun. Maybe it's just my screen yard. That's fun. Okay, Josh, let me know, Sonia, if that answers your question down below. What we got here? Josh Walsh, does it say? It does. Thanks for answering. I'll get in touch with the setup call with one of your VAs. Hopefully you have a new round of training going through soon. Josh, no problem. We're like, I'm not gonna lie, we train every week. We've always got VAs going through. We do, I think, anywhere between like 15 to 25 VAs a week we're hiring and training. So always doing that. So don't worry, just like whenever you're ready, do it. I think right now the wait time is 4 weeks. So like if you pay today, you're gonna wait 4 weeks and the VA starts with you. So that's a kind of delay. But it takes 2 weeks of training. So you kind of 2 weeks wait, 2 weeks training. But hey, great. English with me. Do you know something regarding NEP, non-negotiable tax person? I'm outside the UK, so I have to register that due to no establishment. I just send eventually to stock to a third-party prep center. I don't. I can guess, but I think you need to speak to your accountant. If you ask me, if you are a non-UK business, you need to be registered with VAT from the beginning. And what does that mean? Well, that means at a fundamental level is the case that, yeah, you have to be VAT registered. If you hold inventory in the country, you have to be VAT registered if you're a non-resident or non-registered entity in that country. So to put it in perspective, I'm a UK resident, I have a UK company. Now, if I go and hold stock in Germany, under EU law, I have to be VAT registered in Germany just by having stock, which is really annoying. So if you are a non-UK resident trading as a sole trader, or you have a company which is a non-UK company and they're holding stock in the UK, you do need to be registered for VAT. That's my understanding of it. Again, not a professional, speak to an accountant. Map. Since Amazon scrapes the other retail websites, how would you find profitable products? Use coupons, cashbacks. Okay, cool. Okay, you're making an assumption. Your assumption is, since Amazon scrapes the other retail websites, they are the same price as the other retail websites. They're not. They just know the other prices. So you've got to be mindful of that. So let's say, for example, Amazon's $10 and something else is $10, and then the other one goes down to $5. May go down to $5, they may not. Amazon just knows the price. They don't know it for everything. They know it for pretty much the core products. Call it the sub 100,000s. But for you, is yes, they scrape it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are the same price. There is a difference, and it's because of that difference. That's where you buy low, resell high for a profit, hence make money. So, Map, hope that makes sense. Or wholesale account, but how difficult? If you want to know, we just started wholesale. We did 7,000 in sales last week. Yeah. Hashtag excited. But how difficult is it to open a wholesale account? Not at all. It's not difficult. Like, just call them up and try and create it. I think that our current ratio, and by the way, my operations manager does this, not me. 20% of applications get rejected, 80% get accepted, and we're not doing anything particularly amazing. Josh, one of two. Due to you doing so well with your own RA, do you ever contact brands directly after finding products that are sold well, or do you ever keep the purely deals? Interesting. I kind of alluded to it. So, long story short is, I'll give you two things. Number one, we're doing well. Like we've done like 3.1 million in the last 12 months in the UK. I probably think you could probably get to OA up to about 10 million. I think you'd really struggle after that, and there's some disadvantage. It becomes very cost prohibitive. You could obviously go to the limit, you need enough people to buy it and small volumes. So we are doing wholesale. Number two is the case that we are doing wholesale. We are contacting brands directly, but still, what I'll tell you now is you're not going to get like the margin. Wholesale's good, but it's generally not as profitable as OA. There's a reason why people do OA or wholesale, because it's just more profitable when you have a lower value. Now, the reason why people move to wholesale is because you don't need so many people. You can buy in bulk, which is great. But if you can manage big teams, you're okay. And you can probably tell that, I think I have 70 staff now. So we have big teams, so we're pretty good with it. So pros and cons, yes, we do contact brands. And you've written here, as I've been dealing with a product that sells around 200 units a day, wow, that's good. But it's a pain to try and source these figures online. I'm not confident brands. Yeah, but here's the thing, like, let's say, for example, you're doing 200 units a day, which is incredible, by the way. Let's say, for example, you're doing a 20% ROI, and that supply might run out. Now, the question I'd ask is, what happens if you could buy that product tomorrow, maybe not 20% ROI, but let's call it like 10% ROI, but you could get the supply. But not only that, the wholesaler will give you credit. My God, now you're getting 10% ROI on someone else's money. So return on your investment, by the way, is infinite, because you've invested zero and you're getting money back from your ROI. So you can look at it that way. There's many different ways to look at this problem. So it might be the case that you try and build that wholesale relationship. You supplement, you buy from the wholesaler, but also you supplement it with OA as much as you can to get the better margin. See how it goes. If you don't ask, you don't get. Just try. Paul, the podcast editing guy. Love this. Got to check out your YouTube channel. Podcast editing guy. I should get these maybe these lives onto a podcast edit, or podcast, or YouTube videos on podcast. Let me know what you think, Paul. All good. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, all fine. Cool. I'm just kind of on my iPad, whereas my computer's a bit just a bit weird on the side. Let's jump through. Do retail invoices work with Amazon? How do you ever get ungated? Okay, retail invoices work in regards to removing IP complaints, but they do not work for ungating. Well, I say that though, they shouldn't work, but Amazon staff might get a bit lazy and then obviously give you one. So is it rare Amazon asks for an invoice? Yeah, statistically speaking, less than 1% of the time, but like all it takes is like 1% of the time when someone says, oh, I want to return the item, why? And it says unwanted gift, and one of the options is like, I think it's inauthentic. Click on that, that triggers an IP complaint to you because inauthentic complaint, and now you need an invoice. If you don't have it, you've got a problem. So long story short, Amazon don't ask for invoices often. The other one you do need invoices for is obviously VAT returns, and so just get in the habit of getting them, hence why we have admins. I will put it down because my banner's disappeared. Guys, if you are interested right now, just on regards to invoices, we've documented all my administrative processes, my admin team have, and we've put it down there, fasttrackfba.com/admin course. And we're looking for beta testers right now. So we will be charging, but we'll give you a 50% discount off it, and obviously help to prove it, and obviously you get lifetime access and the admin group. So if you're worried about invoices, IP complaints, administrative processes, everything we do in my thing, and you get access to my team through a private Facebook group, you might want to think about joining that beta test right there, fasttrackfba.com/admin-course. Jump onto that and just sign up. We're going to accept a couple of people in to do the testing, but we'll probably give a discount afterwards to those who didn't get onto the beta course. So if it's something you're interested in improving admin, do check it out, especially things like admin invoices. But hey, let's jump through comments. English with me. Let me know if that answers your question down below. But yes, you do need them. It needs to be a wholesaler for invoicing, but you do need invoices for the OA for VAT returns and inauthentic complaints. Map. If I were to hire a VA from your academy, then what are the chances that they might be sharing same deals with other sellers? I don't know the percentage, but I'd say very low. I'd say if you were to go anywhere else, you'd probably find they'd be the same, if not higher. I don't think you would find them lower. So why do I say that? Because it's a great question, by the way. It's because at a fundamental level, when we do the interviewing process, we're interviewing for people predominantly without Amazon experience. Number two, we're looking for a history of working for one person for a long period of time. And number three, they want this job and this job means something to them. So they're worried about losing it. Now, the reason why I say that is because if they were to share the deals and they were to be caught, they'd probably be losing their job. So what they're doing is we want them to protect their clients' deals. If that makes sense. So at a fundamental level, and also as well, even within the academy where we're talking about it, we always talk about you don't share deals, you don't do it. If we ever see evidence of it, we will stop it. We will replace the VA. We do that, within the 12 weeks. And also as well, when we teach our clients, we're all about building a community, building a team. Why? Because that stops this problem. If your VAs care about you as a client, they care about your company, then they're very unlikely to share the deal. So hence why we kind of go through that process of build these things up. So yes, it could happen, chances, but I think they're very low. I've got 70 odd VAs. Yeah, and it's not something we do. And even in the VA Academy 500, I think we've had only a handful of people who have made the consideration, I'm worried about this, and we can kind of just share some ideas or top tips of how to do it. But it's not really a problem. But I understand your concern. If you're going to find a VA on a Facebook group, oh my God, yeah, you're going to see that all the time. So don't do it that way. English with me. I'm a UK trader in the UK, citizen sense, but I don't have a UK establishment. Yeah, because you don't have a UK establishment, that's why. You're not a UK. So you are a UK company, but you are not the one selling. It's your company selling. That's the physical entity who owns the business, the Amazon account, and hence they need to have VAT registered. Hope that makes sense. And I know what you're very doing is tax, trying to say tax. Yeah, and the UK government are like, no, we don't allow that. We know exactly what you're trying to do, hence why you need to pay tax. Sorry. Do you need a certain requirements to open wholesale accounts, get brand authorization letters? No, just message them, hi, I want to open a wholesale account. Try it. 80% of ours are working, no problem. What's the difference to OA versus wholesale? OA is buying from online retail stores like Argos.com. Wholesale is buying from wholesalers, distributors, manufacturers, whereby you need to create an account first, which generally requires an approval process. And they are for B2B trade sales only, i.e. they will sell to you as a business customer. You are not a consumer. Whereas retail is B2C, you generally, you do need to create an account, but everyone gets an account, should we say, but they're B2C, they believe you're a consumer, not a business. Even though you're buying it as a business, they're treating you as a consumer. That's the difference. There's lots of other things you buy more bulk. So with wholesale, you can generally buy more bulk. You can negotiate pricing discounts, but generally speaking, you won't probably get as great a discount as you do with OA. Unless you're buying huge bulks and probably from the manufacturer. Why? Because the likes of Argos are already negotiating massive discounts with the manufacturer direct, and they're passing those discounts on to you, whereas the wholesaler's just buying them at the normal price because they're not buying enough volume. So I hope that makes sense. Matt, thank you for all your hard work you put in to help other sellers. I've never seen my answer not answered. Cool. Glad I can help. Honestly, good. I try and help you. I appreciate sometimes stuff that I don't really want to share. Like I'll help as much as I can. Sometimes it's like sensitive, or like, hey, that information took me a very long time, a lot of effort to do, and I'm just not willing to give it away for free, because obviously I had to pay a lot of money, a lot of time to do it. But wherever I can, I will really try and give effort or give thing. Or if I don't know, I'll direct you in the right thing. Or if it does cost, it'll probably be like in one of our courses or something. Again, talking about courses, if you want to be a beta tester, do check out the beta tester for our admin course right here. You'd be part of the feedback down there, fasttrackfpa.com/admin course. If you go to the homepage, you can just find it as well. Go to top right, resources, courses, click on the admin call, admin mastery, and then obviously you can access it. It's all the processes. It's like, here's what you need to do every day, here's what you need to do every week, here's what you need to do every month. And then it has a link to every video of like, here's how to do it. And then the other one, which I really say, is we talk about like creating a P&L, creating a balance sheet, knowing what your true cost of goods are. That's something really important. A lot of people don't know that. Like Seller Toolkit, Seller Board, amazing software, but they only take your P&L based off what you sold. And you know what? Amazon loses stock, your warehouse loses stock, things get damaged. Your Seller Toolkit, Seller Board don't account for that unless you manually put it in. So like this process that we talk about is like industry standard across any business. You do inventory, you do your stock open, stock closing, usage, and then you put that into your P&L, and we show you how to do all that in that course. Check it out. I think you'll like it. And also we're going to improve it all the time. So yeah, map. Right. Thank you for your hard work. Cool. I think you've done that already. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I've always had my questions answered. Cool. Bailey the Husky Pup. Hi Tom. On Seller Board, do you input all your cost of goods as excluding that? I think you have the option. We don't use Seller Board anymore. We use Seller Toolkit. But yeah, everything goes in XVAT. As long as you've registered as that, it'll be like XVAT. I'd probably just reach out to support and double check. It has been a while since I've used it. But in regards to Seller Board, yeah, I think it's exactly the same. Just make sure you got your VAT registered turned on, and then you put it in XVAT. I think. Don't just check it with Seller Board. I hope that makes sense. Bailey, just check it Seller Board. Ross P. Sorry, Ross, 1 second. I'm just trying to drink some coffee. Right, Ross has said, I've been doing Amazon for a few weeks now. I understand how everything works in FBA. I have quite a lot of capital to find products. I'm currently not working, so I have a lot of free time. Jar, I'm just going to skip you a second. 8 to 10 hours per day. I'm just struggling to find deals. Would a VA at this time help in business? No, like, bigger wrong. Like, I really understand what you're saying. Look, at the end of the day, okay, let's do this. And hey, I'm a VA service provider. Like, it'd be in my interest to say, yeah, get a VA, we'll solve your problem. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look, you've got to make this business work on your own. And what do I mean by that? You've got to be able to buy stock, resell it, turn a profit on your own, and understand how it works. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't understand it and you hire someone else in who also doesn't understand how the business works, then what do? You just get a mess, an expensive mess that you're paying for someone else's payroll. So, and I promise you, I've seen this. I've had calls with people who've had this exact problem. So I think, if it was me, like, this stuff is hard. You're making money, it is hard. And the time when you buy a VA is, number one, when you've got cash, but also number two, you know what you're doing. Why? Because getting a VA is leverage. They are going to do a process that you're doing, and they're going to continue doing it. And if you don't, and if they can't do it right, you need to be able to jump in and support them. So let's say, for example, your sourcing methodology is you go to Boots, you look at the clearance section, and that's what you do, and you keep finding products and you sell them and you make money, and that's how you make money. Fantastic. What you do is you then give that to your VA, they go and do that, and then you can find another way to make money. You hire the next VA and get them to do that. What you don't do is you don't hire someone who's inexperienced, they've had 7 days worth of training with us, and then go and ask them to run their business because, my God, they're less experienced than you, and it's just going to go down. So learn to do it yourself. And the definition of am I ready is, are you profitable? If you are profitable and you know that, and it's not like, yeah, I've got some nice yellow bars. No, it's got to be profitable. If you're profitable, then that is the definition of, cool, maybe now I'm ready to hire someone because I know what I'm doing, and then do it. Trust me, don't hire unless you are profitable and you know how the business works, because you're just going to, leverage, because VA is leverage. You're going to leverage a problem. That's it. Ross, I hope that makes sense. And I know might not be the right answer you're looking for, but it is my honest answer. And then the other one is roughly between £4,000 and £10,000 cash spare, and then preferably at least 1 hour a day you can spend with the VA supporting them. That's what I say. Jare, come back to you. Hi, Thomas. How much should I expect a PA per month, VA per month, and what are the fees to train them? So long story short, our fee is in the UK $597. Look at fasttrackfba.com/VA. Number two, you set the price. We recommend 25,000 pesos per month, which is about £400 or $500 per month. That's for a 40-hour week. We only do full-time. We don't do part-time VAs. And the only other thing you need to understand is you need to pay them during our training. That's 7 days worth of training, because we don't pay the VAs at all. You're paying us a fee, but you do pay them during the training period. It's worth it. It's about hiring top talent, and we get much better candidates applying because of this. And at the end of the day, paying an extra week's worth of training to have a great superstar VA is just worth it. In 6 months' time, the gold that we bring in is incredible. Trust me. It might seem a lot upfront, but long-term wise, it's worth it. So, is it Jario? I think that's how you say it. Let me know if that answers the question down below. 597, it's including that for my fee or Fast Track FBA's fee, and then 400 per month for the VA. And then obviously you got to pay for training, which is 7 days. And we tell you exactly how much you need to pay. IL, how is your USA wholesale journey going? Is it different from what you expected, easier, harder? So USA wholesale we're not doing. We're doing USA OA. USA OA is going really well. Last 12 months, like since we started, we've done $444,000 in sales. Woohoo! The other one we've done is, what else have we done? I need to think about this. The UK, we've just started this week. Last week, we just did 7,000 in sales in wholesale UK, which I'm really, really happy with. We need to just refine the model in the UK. Like once we've refined the model, we know what the inputs are, we know the variables, and we know how to make it work, and we can build a team out to make it happen. And that includes not only like analyzing sheets, but also contacting wholesalers, opening up accounts, negotiating discounts. That's the important part. That's where you make the real money. Once we understand that, then we'll transition over to the US. But right now, no. Also, as well, my USA OA business is like eating money like you would not believe. They're like every day, "Hi Tom, can we have some more money, please?" I'm like, I haven't got any more. So it's hard. It's taken longer than expected in the UK for wholesale, but I'm happy. Like I don't mind if things take a month, 2 months longer. But what I care about is we're going in the right direction. That's the important thing. Like, man, you've got like 60 years of your life. Don't worry about it. It's the direction which counts. English of me. Thank you for information, amazing content. Cool. Thank you. And hey, thank you for sharing the question, asking the question, joining. That's really good of you. Rocio, I'm really bad with names. I'm so sorry. Rocio Santos. Hi. Can you make a video of how it is advertising? I'm guessing you're talking about PPC. I don't do it. Like generally, all the videos we create come from my experience, and like because it's about. I'm not saying we're right. Here's what we're doing, or what we've seen, or what we think is working. So we don't do PPC yet. We will once we get the UK wholesale up into a more revenue, like some good suppliers, 20k, if I get 100k a month, we'll probably start doing PPC on it. But yeah, right now, no, we're not. It's not something I'm doing. So yeah, we will do it, but just not yet. But sorry, I won't. Just because I think like I need to prove what I'm doing first that works before I create a video on it. We will, but just not yet. I hope you understand the reasoning why. Josh, for accounts, do you use something like Link My Books to pull in all your Amazon sales information? If not, is there something else you would recommend that is better? No, we actually use Link My Books. fasttrackfba.com/tools. I think you'll find an affiliate link there. We use Xero in the UK and Link My Books, and in the US we use Xero, QuickBooks and A2X. And the reason why we're doing them is I really recommend just Xero and Link My Books. I really like that, but I wanted to use the other ones in the US because I wanted to give my team more exposure to different software. So, but if I had my choice, I'd just do Link My Books and Xero for both companies because the accountants can deal with them. But we just wanted to say, so we do use Link My Books, and it's good. It's the same as A2X, but it's cheaper, and they do a really good bit of software. So yeah, we use that. Josh, does that answer your question? Let me know down below. Map, how do you deal with price tanking from competitors since the product is widely available? Some seller and some store to get ahead with a $1 profit or even less. At the end of the day, if someone wants to crash their price, they can crash their price. The one thing you need to think about is it's up to you whether you want to join them in that. Now, you don't have to. Now, let's say, for example, Let's say I'll give you two scenarios. One scenario, we bought a product from, I don't know, Walmart, for example, and it's like we thought we were going to get $3 profit, and then someone tanks it to $1, and it's still on sale, and you're like, they're still going to be able to buy the product and resell it for like $1 profit. Like, in my case, I'd be like, the market's changed, the price has come down on the product, so that $3 I thought I was going to get, I'm not going to get anymore, and it's still on sale, not in a discounted price, just a normal price in Walmart. And if you buy at that price and sell it for the $1 profit, you can keep doing that. That's what people are going to do. So that's the new reality. I'm just going to have to either take the hit, move on, done. Or the other situation is maybe I bought the product for $3 profit at Walmart. Now it's now off sale. Someone else has come in and crashed the listing. Cool, let them sell out. No problem, let them sell out. Oh my God, we can wait. That product you can't buy anymore, when they've sold out, cool. I might go for $3. I might even go for $4 profit. That's what I'm going to be looking at. So really, different ways. And I think there is no kind of correct answer. You just got to analyze each product to make a decision. Do I join them, or do I wait? Or do I wait for a period of time then reassess? And that's generally what we do. So I hope that makes sense, Matt. And sorry if it's not like do this one trick and you get rid of price tankers. Unfortunately, we were selling a marketplace. That is it. Jara, how much do you set to PA per month? What's the fee to train? I think I just answered that, but I will say it again. My fee $597, and then per month for them is about £400. Month, $500. FastTrackFBA.com/VA. Book in a free 30-minute call. We'll answer all those questions and more. Ed, when looking at Keeper for sale system price, how far back do you go? I look at initially, then I'll always go back to 1 year. A classic example. Let's say, for example, today is January the 2nd. Cool, January 2nd, and I'm looking at this product, and my God, the last 90 days, the sales rank is insane. This product is going to be the biggest flyer in the world. I'm thinking about buying 10,000 units, £2 profit per item, 30% ROI, not huge, but 10,000 units, £2. £20,000. Hashtag excited. But once if I tell you that product was an advent calendar, and obviously in December, advent calendars do pretty well. But if you were to go back 1 year, you'd probably see that January and February, maybe not so good. I don't want to buy 10,000 items. So I'd definitely look at the 90-day, but I would always just click on the 1 year, have a look at the Keeper chart. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see, are there any seasonal trends in that sales rank? Why? Because then I might need to do a further look at it. That's something super, super important. Obviously an advent calendar is quite obvious, and even like an inflatable dinghy during summer is quite obvious. But there are going to be products where you don't really realize that they're seasonal. So hence 1 year is going to give you a good thing. And if you really want to know, I do click 1 year, and I probably click out all the time. I just want to see what's happening. And the reason why I do that is because in my mind, I think this product is a good product, and I want to look at all time, and I just want to have a quick look to go, is there anything over the all-time graph that give me reasons to believe I should be worried? Like, look at all-time, no, looks fine, cool, move on. But I'm looking for whoa, look at that, like something weird's gone on. Like I might stop for a second, reanalyze. Yeah, okay, cool, I'm going to carry on. Or no, I'm actually not going to buy this. So I do just kind of have a look. Right, what's the time? My God, we're flying through this. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for the questions. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you got much better audio today. And then number two, if you are interested in being a beta tester for the admin course, down the bottom, fasttrackfba.com, admin-course, you'll see it coming through now. We're just looking for beta testers to help us out. We will charge, but it'll be a 50% off price, and obviously you'll get lifetime access to that, and you'll be in a private Facebook group with my team. So if you have specific questions, we will give you specific answers to support you in getting administration. And why does this matter? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much sourcing, how much buying, how much selling you do, or do we care about profits? And we've got to make sure we're getting the profits right. Admin course helps with that, but also number two, protecting the downside, IP complaints, account health, etc. All those things is in the admin course. Check it out, and we're going to be developing it as well. So if you're interested in being a beta tester, sign up down there. We're going to, I think about 20 people looking to get on board, but do have a look. Let's jump through. Map, if I suggest my brother to your VA Academy, can you train them for me? Obviously paid training. We don't do that, unfortunately. Yeah, we only accept VAs that we hire into the VA Academy. Now, the reason is not for the fact that your brother is a bad person or anything. It's the fact that when we first started out, we used to do this. We used to offer it and say, yep, if you want to put your VA, you can in. And then we looked at an analysis of how much aftercare support we're doing, because we do a 12-week aftercare. So like if you have any problems, we'll jump in. So if you would hire put your brother through it, if your brother's got problems, jump in and we'll support them. And what we found basically was that it was 3 times higher the amount of support we had to give for VAs who were hired, who were given to us, rather than the ones we hired. And the net result was it was so much more expensive to run the service that we just said, look, let's stop doing this. We won't do it. So if you are interested, you can buy the course that we train on. It's the first, so there's a 7-day training. The first 2 days are online training, and then the final 5 days are like one-to-one over-the-shoulder training in the training academy, in the VA academy. You don't get the one-to-one, the aftercare, but you can buy the course. That is available. VA Velocity Sourcing, Fast Track FBA. Go to the courses, you'll see it. You can get that. But we don't offer the VA Academy service for VAs that you recommend, unfortunately. I hope you understand why. Okay, let's jump through. We've got lots of questions. Thanks, guys. Sorry, we'll try and power through these. Honest Essential, is the B2B opportunity of real value in startup? I won't lie, we do 3 million, we don't even look at it. Like, we don't do anything. Yes, there's opportunity. I will not deny that. There is opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere. But we don't look at it. We just think there's so much opportunity in doing the processes we're currently doing. That's where we're doing it. And once you get to a point whereby like we can't find any more opportunity in just like buying from Argos, reselling on Amazon, then we'll probably look at the B2B. And I think B2B is generally more volume, and we'll probably look at the wholesale avenue. So that's my thoughts, but like right now we don't. Don't get me wrong, like we don't even look at small and light, and there's people who are smashing on small and light. So there's lots of ways to do the Amazon, slice the Amazon apple, and if B2B is one of them you want to do, fantastic, do it. Honestly, I think it could be really advantageous. Ross P. Yeah, that does make sense of the honest advice. I'm going to stick with doing it myself until I have full control of making a profit. And then once at this point, I'll look and do a VA. Cool, fantastic, good, Ross. Glad I could help you out there. And, you know, what I will say is also we provide VAs. So I should say, yeah, get a VA. No, like that's bad advice because it's not going to help your business. At the end of the day, I'd rather you take time now, get your business where it needs to be, understand the model, then hire a VA, and then see how much more value they can have, because you understand the model and what to do. And then once you've done that, then you're going to hire your next one, you know, the next one, and that's where you'll come back to us. So I'd rather be honest now and support you. Dodger says thank you. IL says, does PPC always drive traffic to your stores by box, or is it general to the ASIN which support? Okay, so I don't do PPC, but my understanding is that if you do PPC and you pay for ads, the ads will only show if you are in control of the buy box. If you are not in control of the buy box, then your ads won't show, and hence you won't be charged. That's my understanding. I don't know, but that's what I've heard. So just hearsay. Sonia, how do you manage your business accounting for the 2 marketplaces? Do you use a program or do you hire a company? I do it all myself. That course down below, fasttrackfba.com admin course, that documents all the processes, all the procedures, all the SOPs that we use within my business to do the accounting. You know, talk about, you know, you get your Xero set up, you get your Link My Book set up to pull in the Amazon data. We also connect it to the bank accounts, to the credit cards. We then go and fetch the invoices. We do all that. We also take stock takes at the beginning of the month. We do what's known as stock usage, how we put that into the actual accounts. And then my team will create, then they'll then make sure the accounts balance with the actual statements. And then once they've done that, we'll generate a balance sheet, and then we'll generate a P&L. And then my team will actually present that to me as a full P&L every single month. We do that as a standard. And the net result is that I know exactly where my business is at from an asset point of view, and also from a profit and loss point of view. And also what we do is we compare what like Seller Toolkit or Seller Board cost of goods says and ROI versus what the accounts are saying. And the real one is the accounts. The accounts is true, because Seller Toolkit is good, but it doesn't take into account like losses or variances that are unknown to it. Whereas the accounts take into everything. That's a proper accounting methodology used. And that course down below does that. So if you are interested, join the beta. But yeah, we because we have 2 companies, it's all separate, but we could easily, like, if we wanted to just have one company selling in the UK and US, the process would be exactly the same. Like, it's no real problem. So I hope that makes sense. Jennifer, hi, as a user on Amazon and I have no review under a product sale, under the products I sell, will it lower my chances that the products being sold expose potential buyers? So I just want to clarify, if you're a private label seller, I can't really help you with that. If you've created the product yourself, it's like, I don't know, garlic press, Tom's garlic press. I can't really help you with that. Go find like private label groups, look for how to find products. A good one I'd recommend is a company website called a company called Scale for Etail. Those guys, they're London based. I do like them. They're really cool. Also, you can look like Helium 10. That's fine. If you are looking at it as an arbitrage or wholesale person, you're worried about you as your seller doesn't have many reviews, then go on fasttrackfba.com. Type in like how to get reviews. Fast Track FBA YouTube channel. Type in how to get reviews, and there's a great video which I think will really help you out that I created around using Seller Board, which is going to support you. So check that out. Hope that makes sense, Jennifer. Josh Walsh, 1 of 2. I've got suppliers that sell EU stock for a fraction of what I can get over here. Usually it's by the pallet. Is the EU stock could be different? The issue for cleaning is 168. And in the UK, it's on Aussie. Yeah, let's just be crystal clear. I understand your point. Amazon's quite clear on this. You have to sell the same product. If it's not the same product, you've got to go make another listing of the correct product. So if the listing is 175 and you're selling 168, not going to work. You're looking at complaints. Even if the listing is 175 and you're selling 200 mil, not going to work. Like, you're just opening yourself up to complaint, because if someone complains tomorrow, product not as described, and you get 2 of them, and then Amazon says please show us an invoice for it, and your invoice doesn't have 175, they won't accept it. So that's the problem. So you can't do it. But you can do it, like, if you think you're making it, like, if it's a good product, don't be afraid to, like, say, create a new listing and just run lots of PPC against it, because it seems like your EU supplier is giving you a lot of profit. That's why you're so interested. And you're getting a pallet load, you're getting a lot. I wouldn't be afraid to, like, say, hey, just choose a product, create a new listing, and run loads of PPC. And really target the 175 one, because you're going to get the 175, 168. Maybe they're like $10 and you're selling for 8. They're going to go, oh, well, I'll just go for the 8 one. Wow, it's only like 3 mil left. I'll buy that. You're like, cool, I'm now making money. So that would be my thoughts. Let's jump through. Josh, I've been trying to think who would care if they're given more of the product, but equally it seems dodgy to me. Yeah, it's dodgy. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You've got to sell the same products. That's the whole point in the marketplace. Like, if you think about a very fundamental level, like, if Amazon allowed people to make small variations, how do you define how big a variation is allowed and how big a variation is not? You don't. Amazon's sole answer is no variations. You sell what is on the listing, that's it. And if it isn't the same as the listing, you create a new listing of the right product. Sorry. Ed, 147. When looking at Keeper for sales history, I think I've answered that one. 1 year. IL, how do you give different permission levels to your banking and also Amazon Seller Central to ensure the team manages cash safely? I have trust issues. 2 things. So I don't give them, they don't have access to my Seller Central at all. And the only person who can cash out Seller Central is the primary account holder, you. And I'm just going to say this now very, very clearly. Never, ever, ever, ever give anyone else access to your primary Amazon Seller account. Amazon do detect it, they'll see it, and then they'll flag it, and then they'll ask you to prove it. And if you see it again, they'll likely suspend your account. Don't do it. Number 2 is the case that I do it every week. I spend like 45 minutes, it's an hour basically. I spend 2 hours on my Amazon businesses. One is ops with my ops manager, and one is accounts with my admin team. And my admin team, I literally just go around all the accounts and I take screenshots of them all, and we do our cash flow, and I move the money around. Like, go to Amazon, disperse, take a screenshot of the disbursement. Then I go to the bank, take a screenshot of Santander. Cool. Then I go to the credit cards, take a screenshot of those. That helps them do the cash flow. But also as well, I know it's a bit of a pain, but like, it's my way of checking in with the accounting team. How are they getting on? And then also as well, they can ask me questions. And at the end of the day, let's be very crystal clear. We can't outsource this business 100%, i.e. we do nothing. We still have to be involved to a certain extent. Even like, Jeff Bezos still has operations reports within Amazon. He doesn't it's not like he's now completely sold Amazon and done. No, he still has updates on it. Like, he's still an investor in the company or on the board. So he still sees it to a certain extent. Now, you can do things with Amazon whereby, like, if you want to get really hacky, 2 things. One way around the kind of limitations are, number 1, with your bank, you can create what's in secondary users. So your bank will allow that because you're a business account. That is possible. And then number 2, even like Santander will do it. They have to have like a registered address in the UK, so it's a bit of a nightmare. And then number 2 is the fact that if you want to get around the kind of primary account holder issue, number 1, you might just want to wait for the every 2 week disbursement. That's that. Number two, my God, you can do it on your phone. You can disperse on your phone now, so it takes like 10 seconds to disperse, done. Or if you really wanted to, you can go create a remote computer, load up in there, and then your other person can dial in and do it. That's one way around it, but I wouldn't recommend that. It does open you up to abuse. So just do it on your phone. Really too simple. Right, I hope that makes sense, IL. Right, we got 3 minutes. I'm going to fire through. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joining. 3 more minutes. And if you want to be part of the beta tester, fasttrackfba.com/admin course, be a beta tester. Come give us some feedback on our admin course. Let us know how it helps you and how we can make it better. By the way, that's all my processes and SOPs for how I do administration in my 7-figure and 6-figure year business. Right. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Are you using a prep center to help you fill Amazon products? Do you have any recommendations for you? Yes, we are using a prep center. We use one called, so the one we use, Amaware, American Warehouse in New Hampshire. Just be mindful of, I've never heard 100% positive stories about any prep center in the US. They all have problems. So we had problems with ours, like they were slow over Q4. It caused us a right nightmare, but they are good. They do communicate and lots of people are using them. Just be mindful that, like I would always probably recommend using multiple warehouses. Now, if you want to know, there is fasttrackfba.com. Oh my God, top right, you go to courses and then getting started in USA. I appreciate you're probably already selling on the USA, but in there we have a list of prep centers we recommend as well. So, but I'm aware in New Hampshire they are a tax-free state one. If you're looking for tax, I would also just recommend dropping that into the Fast Track FBA USA group. Other people might do recommendations. It depends. If you're doing wholesale, you don't have the sales tax issue. If you are doing OA, you want 0 tax-free states. So I hope that makes sense. Let's jump through. Danish. If I get an Amazon Business Prime account, will I get special discounted Amazon prices from Amazon itself? Maybe, try. Just make sure you don't buy using Prime shipping for resale purposes. That is against Amazon's terms of service. If you do that, you will very likely lose your buying account and quite possibly the associated selling account. Do not buy using Amazon Prime shipping. It's against terms of service. Amazon takes that quite seriously. They're losing money right now. I'm sure they're going to enforce it. Jennifer Lou, thank you very much. Cool, Jennifer, can I help you? Danish, if I get Amazon Business Prime, yes, you can. Just don't use Prime shipping. Then the Bible Prayer has a new VA training course free for members. Have you seen it yet? And if so, what do you think of it? Your review and feedback of the course would be great. I've not yet. I'll get my team to have a look at it. I've not had a chance to go through. I think it's cool. Like, hey man, like there's a lot of people who are using Bybot Pro and using VA. So hey, at the end of the day, like my God, there's lots of training. There's so much training. I know Natalie, who's part of Bybot Pro. She's good, so I'm sure it's a good course. Like I have no question about that. Check it out. I'll get my team to have a look, but I don't know. I'm really busy. IL says thank you. Ross P, cool. Event Center, look at OA deals. What's your best advice? I can't, Ross. Like if I answer that question, I want to give you a hypothetical. Let's say, for example, I tell you right now, go to Boots, source Boots. What do you think is going to happen? Everyone's going to go source Boots, and then it's going to work for 2 weeks, and then it's going to go downhill. Like this isn't about. Your job is to identify what sourcing techniques, what methodologies are working best for your business. Like we buy a different ROI, sales velocity, profit performance than other people. So what works for me doesn't necessarily mean for you. Like I might be happy buying at 10%. Sometimes we do. I won't lie about that. If it's a replenishable and we think it's going to get back up, 10% is fine, no problem. For you, you'd be like, no, that's just stupid. So I can't give you the answer, but what I can say for you is every hour of every day, record what you're doing and reflect on it and be like, what's working? And then do more of that. I promise you, the USS Ultimate Sourcing Sheet teaches you that. It's like, 80-20, 80% of the work, the results you get come from 20% of the work. Figure out what the 20% is. That's all I can say. And the reason is, and then don't tell anyone, because if you tell other people, they'll start doing that as well. And that's your USP. That's your unique selling point, why you add value. Let's go through last question of the day. What to look for when choosing a prep center in USA? If you're doing OA, look for tax-free. I really, really recommend that. Sales tax is a nightmare. Also, number 2, communication. Really, really, at the end of the day, if they can't communicate quickly and efficiently when things are good, what are they going to be like when things are bad? And you've heard the horror stories. My prep centers hold on to my stock for 3 months now. I'm not sure what to do. I'm like Don't do that. I look for prep centers with a couple of, like 1 or 2 years history. I want online reviews. I want them to care about bad customer feedback. If I see if I see a history of good customer feedback, it means they care. And because they care, they're more likely to care about you. And if they've been in business for a year or 2 years, they've got a reputation to protect, and they're going to look after you and your stock. That's the thing that I care about. My God, you're giving them tens of thousands of pounds or dollars worth of your stock. So that would be my thoughts. Bembo, great, thanks. Just in case my question didn't make it clear, it's a training course for the VAs themselves, not BuyBot Pro members only. That's cool. Yeah, fine. Yeah, do it. Honestly, my God, there's so much. Like you can do a sourcing course. We've got a free sourcing course, Fast Track FBA courses, Express course. We've got a free course for people just sourcing. You can do that as well. So great. If the VAs are going to learn it, great. We probably wouldn't use it ourselves. We tailor our training for what we need, and we're always updating it. So we wouldn't use it ourselves. But hey, if you're a VA looking to use it, fantastic. Cool. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love you and leave you. I want to say thank you so much for everyone for joining. Again, final shout out if you are interested in being an admin course beta tester, i.e. you want to improve your admin, like administration, profit and loss, balance sheets, IP alerts, how we deal with everything in my business, and have access to, and really what you're paying for, and I say this now, is the improvements in the future, but it's the community of my team. I've got 5 admin VAs. You can have access to them. You can ask questions. They'll give you feedback, and we'll help you get your business where it needs to be. And admin's a boring thing. You just want to do it. Why? So you can make the money. But it's the buying and reselling which makes the money. It's the admin that you have to do to support that, which is really annoying. That's where this comes in. It's very clear. It tells you exactly what to do every single day, every single week, every single month, and you've got access to my team. So check that. That's going to be really important. And that's pretty much it. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joined. It's been a real pleasure. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your questions. Same time next week. I'll catch up with you. Take care. Bye-bye.